All right, I'm on hole number 9 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day tournament. I'm in Monday's practice round in the rookie division. Right on the course, got my caddy out there. We got our little clipboard, and we're trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Hole number 3. Hole number 3 of Glen Monarch Estates. This par 5 right here. This is a birdie par 5. And we're looking for eagle. You got 2 ways to do it. Lay it up, hit to the island, rough bump it in. Okay. I have no problem doing this rough bump, and it is a good rough bump, and it gets you up there. You can also land over here and try and just drive it to the cup. But if I can be on the green or right off the green taking a chip for my eagle, as opposed to having to take this shot for my eagle, I'm going to take this shot every day of the week and twice on Sundays, maybe 5 times on Sundays. So I'm trying to end up in the front. If I cut this island in half, I'm trying to end up in the front of the island, going into the ball guide, trying to do a max overpower hook with my big dog to get on in 2. That's my goal. That's the goal. And that is the only shot that I'm going to practice this week. One of my teammates is trying what he's doing is he's bringing out, if you've got an extra mile 9, he's bringing out a bigger ball and seeing if he can get on this fairway pad. Because if you can get on that fairway pad, you don't have to do the hook. You can just bring it to the cup. But I tried it once and got caught up in that rough, but I didn't have tournament wind. So you don't know, like the wind in the tournament right now is blowing in this direction, which is pretty much what we always get on this hole. I'm going to be aiming towards the top of this sand trap, trying to bring the ball in like this so that I'm coming in more of an angle. So like here's that sand down there, and I'm trying to come in at it in this trajectory, as opposed to trying to come straight over it here, because this distance is longer than this distance. So I'm trying to make that a little shorter. And it's all about how, if you clip the rough, you're in the back half of that fairway pad. And if you don't clip the rough, oh, that was you opening the door. It's like, what was up? What's up, baby? All right, sorry about that. Where was I? Let's pick up clubs here. I need an extra mile on a big dog, and I need a Titan just for safety. The king of balls. And I'm used to taking this shot with a Titan, so because anytime I'm leaving the wind in, and so we have these huge variables. Whenever you have to leave wind in, you have to pay attention to it. You can't just go, hey, you leave the wind in and you do the shot. It's okay when you've got fairway running out in front of you and you're just trying for pure distance and there's no way you're going to get to the end of the fairway. But when you've got a fairway that terminates, you got to pay attention to the wind, because if you're leaving the wind in, it can come back and bite you. So like in my lower level, I kind of had a 4-4 wind here. And if I leave the wind in right there, it's pushing me forward. I'm going to go right on the edge of that, the tip of that fairway area over there. All right. Hit it 1 ring great to the left. And that 1 ring great to the left is not going to kill me there. What's going to kill me right there? Perfect. If you hit it too much farther forward than that, you take the big risk of rolling off the front. You can't push. I'll tell you, on this hole right here, it is a 1 shot at a time. You've got to hit 1 shot at a time. If you screw that drive up, you got no shot. Then you're on the birdie track. So if you screw that shot up, immediately stop and hit it to the next fairway. Do not try and get greedy and try and recover. Take a deep breath. You didn't get it. Take a deep breath. Hit it to a fairway area. Do not, because this hole is super easy to get. It's super easy to get a birdie on. And so, but where you can get screwed up is if you go from the rough to the rough, or from the sand to the sand. You need to get out of the rough or the sand and get back in the fairway so you can give yourself at least a long distance shot at eagle. And get her done. Okay, from where I'm at with that wind, see the ball marker out there? Okay, so there's the ball marker, and I want to be about a ring on the right-hand side. or left-hand side of that ball marker, and I'm going to take the wind out. I'm going to put on about 3 topspin, maybe 3 and a sliver. And see if I over curled it and end up in the sand. I got it right. Perfect. On the green. And it's got a huge backboard here, so it'll roll down that backboard, and I'll pick up a little bit of distance back towards the cup, and we're on the green. And I probably could have did that with maybe a half a bar less topspin. And I have no idea how many rings out. Like if you set your stuff up here and you go, this is where I want to go, and I'm going to go out 21 rings or 64 rings or 15 rings or 19 rings. I have no idea how many rings out it is. I've taken this shot enough in the past that when I do max overpower hook shots, I couldn't care less how many rings out I am. I find a spot out on the course, so the next time we come to that hole, we don't have to go. It's 21 rings or it's 18 rings. We go to that spot. We take the wind out, and we can get up there. And my opponent did, that's the other way to go at it. And they're laid up there. And would you rather take that chip shot for eagle or the shot from the island over there? I would rather be up close taking that chip shot. Isn't it perfect? And that's how to get the eagle on there. So I did this with my low level account earlier today. I posted the videos for that. I shot that same eagle with my low level accounts with an extra mouth 7 and a big dog that's not maxed out. And I kind of got the second shot a little wrong on it. I came in to the right a little bit, about 3/4 of a ring, and because it doesn't have quite as much curl. And I actually should have been like right at the ball guide. I should have moved it a little more to the right. And on this one, because I've got a little more curl, that's why I moved it a little more to the left. And the only way you're going to know that stuff is if you go out here and practice. So if you're practicing and it's not a round that counts, you're just practicing, and you mess up that drive, shoot it to the spot that you were trying to get into so you can practice that big dog shot. Don't worry about moving it forward. If it counts, move it forward to the next fairway area so that you can go out it in the traditional way and work that shot out. But that is a shot that you'll have to practice in order to get that shot down. And it is definitely one shot at a time. And this hole right here, they have, oh my God. And we got the same wind here, so we can get a look at it. And I got a big dog. I know it's one backspin. What we may have to do here is come out over to the side a little bit and do some side spin on it in order to try and get the hell away from that sand. Or I'm going to have to take it from a different spot. Mid club, it's 2 per ring. I'm doing 10%, so there's 4-7. So there's 4-7, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm going to have to snap it off. I had to snap it off. I was out of time. The one backspin works. The big dog is obviously not the club you'd want to bring to that shot, but you can get it done with the big dog, and the one backspin still works for the big dog. I was trying to think about where my big dog is in spot. So it's a 20%. So 10% of 2 is 0.2. So I should have been 2.4 per ring, 2.5 per ring, somewhere in that neighborhood. Dankin. If it seems like I don't know, when I'm playing this, my focus is all about trying to prep myself up for the weekend round. And every single thing I do up to that point is practice. I am not concerned about how well I do in the open round. Obviously, you want to have good tiebreakers, but I am trying to do every single thing I can every time I take a shot is practice. And when I'm out playing one-on-one, I'm usually really dinking around because I try not to take it serious. I try and have fun in some portion of the game. And one-on-one is where I go out and have fun, and I don't really care. I'm just playing and just dinking around, and I don't really care about it. But when we're playing tournaments, every single thing I do all week long is about prepping myself for the weekend round. And I only play 2 accounts. I play the low-level account strictly for you guys. Strictly for people that have lower developed clubs, and I play that 99 account just so, because I used to not play it, but I started playing it because I had a lot of viewers that had lower developed clubs, and I wanted to give you guys some options on it. But with my upper developed stuff, I only have 2 accounts. And this account right here, I will burn this account to the ground practicing crazy stuff just to get it out of my system, so that when I play my 77 account, I don't have that, man, I should have tried that shot. I'll go out there and try my auto account and see if it works. And I'm just trying to have fun in the game until the weekend round comes. And when the weekend round comes, that's when the rubber meets the road. All right, let's see where we're still up at the top with the minus 15 up at the top. Still got the minus 15 and minus 14. I really think as the week goes on, if you're wanting to win in a lot of these brackets, that's what you're going to have to shoot. The minus 11 is in lower divisional brackets, like lower rookie brackets. You're probably going to be okay, but you're going to have to start picking that up as the week goes on, because people are going to start figuring out those par 4s. And you're really going to need to be shooting in the minus 12, minus 13 range just to seriously secure yourself a spot in the weekend round, because there are a lot of opportunities to pick shots up. But when we're trying to talk about going for a banner, I think you're going to need to be in the minus 14 plus to even contemplate getting banners in most of these brackets. So we'll have to see how the week works out. All right, that was hole number 9 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day Tournament in my practice account on practice day. Thanks for watching.